Yeah, we're good. The lectern's on, but all the other ones are off. Right. All rise for the jury, please. Thank you. You may all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. We're going to start the day the same way that we did yesterday, and that is with the same question. Has anything occurred since we were last together that causes any of you to believe you could not continue to serve as a fair and impartial juror in this case? If so, please raise your hand. No response. All right. Yesterday, when we took our break, we were in the midst of some recorded phone calls. I think that's where we're resuming today with that. Mr. Allen?
Judge, I assume that we should probably bring Mr. Stauch back up and then start the next call, and then he can step back down again, if that's okay with you.
They've all been admitted. It's up to you. If
you're fine with me just playing it, we can just jump into it.
If there are different voices that he has to identify, then maybe you need his testimony. If not, it's up to you.
Okay, well, let's just jump into it. So this will be, just for record purposes, People's Exhibit number 36, which is another recorded phone call from February 15th, 2020 at 10:58 a.m.
All right, thank you. Go for it.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's wrong?
I'm tired.
Huh?
I'm tired of crying.
Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's Lena?
Lena's at school right now. So. Why, what's up?
I can't ask you where our kids are at.
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. Where's Harley at?
She had to go to the doctor last night because I have bad chest pains and she was 12 pounds underweight.
What hospital did she go to?
Because someone could be listening and know where we're at.
Tisha, I mean.
No, I don't know. You talk crap about me. You treated me wrong.
Where did I talk crap about you? I haven't said nothing to nobody.
Charles, in your school, posting all this stuff, messages you sent them how horrible of a person I was.
When did these messages come from? Years ago, maybe? I mean.
I don't know when.
But you know what?
Posted them to everybody.
But what have I always said about social media? I don't give a crap what people say. People are just looking for a headline, okay?
I'm tired of doing this, Albert. You should have talked to me about all the other stuff. I'm not.
Oh, what other stuff, Tisha?
I've asked you for help. I've said, hey, me and Harley needed something. I've asked you for help. You turned me down. You know good and well. Anytime you've ever needed help, I've been there for you.
Tisha, let's walk back through this now. Just to be straight up, okay? You took over $2,000 out of the bank account at the beginning of the month, and I didn't say a word to you about it, okay? All right, that's like 1/3 of what I get every month. So you got 1/3 of my monthly income. All right, so that being said, I've also offered help and safety and teamwork the whole time, and you guys decided to, step out on your own. And I haven't bothered you, but I've never looked back in there. I've never told you no for anything. And I've been.
Well, first of all, I didn't pay $2,000. It was $1,500 because I had to have a place to stay. When I kept begging you and asking you that people should not have been in my home.
Okay, well, hold on.
It should have been nobody but your family.
You're right.
My family, your home.
Okay, I understand your opinion. So I want to clarify because you took however much. I'm not going to fight over the dollar amount. You took over $1,500 in that one lump sum, not to mention the other ones, but that one lump sum you did take $1,500 and some dollars, and you can't get. But you've told me from like almost the first minute you don't have a place to stay. So do you or don't you?
It was It cost $125 a night for a hotel, and then I had to pay a pet fee. Add that up, how many nights I get. Plus, we had to have food. We didn't have a way around. We had to Uber. Add that up.
Were you Ubering yesterday when we were talking? Because I heard you get in and out of a car. I'm just trying to piece all this together, Tisha. I don't know what's going on. I've heard so many stories here. I'm just trying to, as I've always said, I'm just trying to find the truth, and I keep getting a different version of it.
There's this little guy that stays at the hotel. He has an old white car, and he let me drive it to the store. You know how bad it is for me to ask somebody to drive their car to the store?
And in this effort to help you that I've been trying to do, you won't tell me where you're staying.
Because you're not on my side.
But you're not.
You're on my side if you're talking crap about me. You're
Tisha,
not on my side if I call you and I try to talk to you, and you can't talk to me for being around other people. That's not my side.
but you got to understand what I'm going through. I don't know what the hell's going on minute to minute. I don't know who's on whose side. All I'm focused on is Gannon. And I don't want obviously people, you see it on the social media, people are not happy with you. I don't know why. I don't know what reason they have or don't have, but I can't sit here and be talking to you, my wife, in front of all these other people and then, go through all the cussing and yelling and screaming and the drama. So I'm trying to respect you as well. And I need that in return. I need you to respect me too. And that, but no.
I haven't talked crap about you.
Okay, I've heard that you have not really said anything about me per se directly. Okay, but you did release some of those documents, or however they got out there. They're out there. Okay, but what I need you to do, you talk about respect. That's one of the most important things to me in my life is you respecting me, and you can respect me with the truth. And that's the bottom line. We have options to work through all this other stuff, all this other drama that's going on, but the truth is really at the options don't come into play until I get the truth. Okay, that's absolutely, and I know you're not going to like this, but that's a line in the sand that I'm not crossing. Okay.
You already kicked me off my own car insurance and wouldn't even tell me.
That's not true.
My car, you kicked
That's not
me off of there.
That's not true, Tisha. You got an email. You got email notification the same minute I did, so you got notified. Absolutely.
Why did you not talk to me about this?
Well, on February 8th, I didn't get any kind of confirmation that 2 of my vehicles were deleted, and there's no one else that has access but you. Okay, so you tell me what the truth is.
They were all getting put in storage. So if it was done wrong, then that wasn't on purpose.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not the insurance is not a point of argument to me. You have every right to call them back and put just like I did.
No.
No.
I tried.
No.
They said to me, you have these listed as ex, so I had to be on the
Well, exactly. Okay, because that's where we're at right now. That's the line in the sand. Okay, the line in the sand is we have a gap between us right now. Okay, absolutely. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because I don't sugarcoat it with you. Okay, we have a gap between us. You can put a label on it however you want to, but that gap doesn't. There's no closing that gap. There's no initiating options or anything until we get to the truth. And I really feel deep down in my heart that we can work on this together. We do have options, but I think your list you sent to me is a great starting place. I think that is excellent that you're willing to at least talk about what options we have. I just,
Talk to an attorney.
huh?
Did you talk to an attorney and file for divorce?
I have not filed anything yet. And the fact that
Talk to an attorney.
I'll tell you the answer to that, okay? But the fact that you are reaching out to me like that, the way you did, say, like, did you go to this attorney and file this? That means you don't trust me. You don't have respect for me, and you got somebody watching me. Tell me the truth.
Well, I did, and someone told me.
Who told you?
Do you not think it's all online in the social media that you told someone that and someone posted it?
Who posted it? Because I haven't told anybody anything about that.
Well, someone knows because it's online, just like it's online about some girl talking junk about her best friend and she's best friends with your sister and that's what she said. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but once again,
Out there.
well, yeah, you're right. I fully agree with you. Once again, that's why I've told you forever that I don't get into that crap because it's just you're getting torn every direction by people's stupidity. Okay. So, anyways, let's not worry about that. About how you know what you know. Okay.
Go ahead. The basic thing is, I reached out to that lady. She doesn't write me back. This is how I've been treated. I've been treated like a criminal when I told them exactly that Gannon left with someone.
Which lady? What lady are you talking about? The Amber lady?
No, Bethel, because she's the lead investigator.
That's the blonde lady from Starbucks.
Chick.
The blonde lady from Starbucks.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The lead investigator.
Okay. All right. I got you. Well, I mean,
In contact with her.
not since that first day. I mean, that first day when I told you I met with Mark for like, I don't know, 6-7 hours, and then she jumped in for like 20-30 minutes, or whatever that night, the day I got there, that Tuesday. Since then, and since we met her and then she asked me a few questions, I really haven't had any interaction with her. So I've been dealing only with Mark. He's been my.
Why did you leave that day and not talk to me and go on my call?
Leave what day?
When you first talked to them that night and you were going to pick up people from the airport, why did you leave and not talk to me?
I'll give you the straight up honest truth right now, because at that point in the situation, and we're at the same point now, unfortunately, 3 weeks later, at that point, I was not getting the whole truth. Okay. And I'm not going to argue with you about that because that's absolutely spot on. Okay.
From me, you leave from me, everything's fine, and you just have to get there and then you feel like you're not getting the truth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because there were some things that I was looking into on my own, which I've basically been doing for 3 weeks now, trying to sort through this on my own, that weren't making sense and weren't adding up. Okay. And just like where we're at now, yesterday, thank you for talking so long and walking me through your timeline. But even yesterday when we were talking, a lot of it wasn't adding up, and it still isn't. Like, there's 3 or 4 different versions of the Mexican guy now. He's Uncle Matt. First he was Mexican or whatever. I don't want to argue.
I said he asked me, he asked did he know Uncle Matt?
Yeah.
I said he was an Uncle Matt.
Fine. And I'm not arguing about that. I'm just telling you these are red flags. You know how I am. When I see red flags, you got to convince me that the truth is what it is. Okay, so I'm sitting here last night on my bed freaking out because I don't know. I feel like some of that was the truth, but then some of it still was, a different version of the same story again. So what I really want to get to.
Asked me did I kill Gannon? That hurt.
It hurt me to ask it because you're my wife, and first thing I started with today was Happy Valentine's Day. That should tell you how I feel about you. Okay. But
I need need you to be here with me, supportive.
I am. I'm right here. I'm right here.
I'm begging you. If they give me immunity, I will help.
Okay, but so here.
I can't get in trouble for it.
Okay, and well, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to I'm not. You have the legal background. Okay, I don't have that knowledge. All I have is my recruiting time and the other stuff I've done. So you need to help me understand what you're trying to get. I don't understand what that means.
Immunity, okay? Do you know what immunity is?
Other than what I've seen on TV shows, I don't know. I need you to help me. That's what I'm trying to. Help me to get you to that point. Hello.
Immunity is that they're going to grant as a judge that I would not be charged anything in this because I didn't have anything to do with it. In return, that I will testify and I will give them the information of who I did and I will testify against them.
Okay. So you're saying I'm going to walk back through this so I understand clearly what you're saying. So there's no ambiguity or unknowns here. So you're saying you somehow know where Gannon is or who has him or how he got him or something like that?
Ho. See, that's where you're not going to put words in my mouth.
I'm trying to understand, Tisha. Explain to me, okay? Walk me through it so I understand what you're saying. No, why would I record you? This is me and you. Why would I say Happy Valentine's Day on a recording? That's something personal between us.
It's just you and me on this phone call and in your room.
Absolutely. Okay.
Immunity is where I'm telling you, I told you the truth about Mr. Gannon. There's more details about how that went on. There's more details that I can't discuss that would incriminate myself because they're going to say, why did you say this? But he has all our information. He was threatening to go to work and get massaged and have these people go there. If I said anything in the meeting with the cops, I was late to the meeting. But I need immunity.
So you.
I get him.
So why? What I don't understand is why, babe. Is this not something you would tell me from the get-go? I just.
Everything. They were going to kill my daughter. They were going to kill me. They knew where you were at. Everybody. They would do everything.
Yeah, but Tisha, look at what you. Look at what you just said. But Tisha,
What?
I'm trying to understand.
All these things surprising you. I need immunity, please.
If you were. No, why would I record you? What I'm trying to figure out is why your first thought, your first thought is what they may do to you and Harley, but something was already done to Gannon and we're not worried about that. That should be the priority.
They should have been Harley. It was also Lena. She was there too.
So the guy was there, was threatening you in the moment?
The guy was there when the police was there.
The guy was still there when the police searched the home?
Yes.
Where was he at? Where was he at when they searched our house?
Can't tell anything until I get immunity.
Well, babe, I can't promise you immunity. I can't give that to you. But
You can ask.
yes, I can reach out to Mark and let him know that's what you're looking for and that you're willing to work with somebody. And you can also tell, what's her name again? Bethel. You could tell Bethel. Just saying.
Sir, she won't like that.
Okay, but you got you.
They're gonna treat me like a criminal. No, I'm not a criminal. I don't kill people.
Okay, I never said you did. You're tired of what?
Get that. I had got it yesterday from him. Yesterday I got a message.
Well, did you send that to anybody?
What?
Where's the message? Can you send me the message so I can see it? Just if you email it to me or email it or text it to me so I can see it.
Community, they're gonna try to incriminate me.
Tisha, Tisha, who is this? Who is the person? Do I know this guy?
Do you understand?
Is he there? Is he there with you? What?
Listen to me. He told us there's gonna be a big reward put out. I'll be backing up for the reward. I can't.
So I heard there's a reward coming out. That somebody said that the neighborhood's trying to do a reward.
Hear you a mic.
So but what happened with the bike situation? I don't think we ever. Okay, well, I told you I cannot promise that. Okay, that's not something I can promise you. I can promise you help or, whatever, but I can't promise immunity. That's something that the investigators got to reach back out to you.
They're on your side, and this is where you can go to them, and you can say, I know, I want to know, she is breaking out, and she's telling the truth.
Yes, I can advocate for you. I can give an opinion, but but listen, what I don't understand is you're treating me like the prosecutor here. Okay, you're treating me like I'm in court or the law, not like I'm our son's father. Okay, but
you get out there and you do it. I genuinely don't know. I can't even go anywhere because they think I'm going to tell. They're release the reward. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to stop me. They're not going to stop
I do too. But these.
Please, what can I do? Please, what can I do?
Here's what I need you to do for me. Okay, I understand and I respect that you don't feel safe telling me certain things. Okay, I'm not going to press you on certain things, but I need to know something about my son. I need to know something about Gannon. Do you know if he's safe? Do you know? I mean, I asked you some questions yesterday, and I had to ask those questions because that's been on my mind since day one. But is he safe? Where is he at? Do you have anything?
And if I kill Gannon, really?
Yes, I had to ask that because there was. Well, I would never not tell you the truth over and over and over again. So.
Your life, everybody else's life. You're terrified. You don't know what to do. You're scared of yourself. You don't know how you would act.
Tisha.
Because people are going to say, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
Listen. What about the? What about this? I'm trying to think of any way to cue the police to offer you immunity if they can. Okay, I'm trying to find a way to get them alerted to you might have some information. What if you told me just one key thing and I just called in on the tip line or something? No, but no, because it'll be anonymous. But they won't ever know because I'll do it. I'll be just some man calling in an anonymous tip. And I mean, the key here is to get Gannon in the investigation and then protect you if they're able.
So there's some big rewards.
But why won't they? Who is they? Why won't they budge? What is it about the money that's the key?
No, just they keep asking. I got messages. We're gonna be a reward. You better not say anything. I know you got the everything on my phone. I checked on my.
Tisha, listen. Despite how this has gone, you know for a fact you could always trust me, okay? I know you may be worried about your name getting out there from this information. I don't want anything to do with the media. I don't want anything to do with Facebook or social media or anything, okay? You know, because I've absolutely been off of that. That's why I'm saying I can give the anonymous tip if you just tell me something that'll help in the investigation, okay? That's the no.
The police came.
Okay.
The police came. He was in the house.
Where was he at in the house?
I didn't know at the time. I thought they were going to find him because the guy was like, "Can we please search the house?" And I said, "Sure."
Okay.
Terrified, which is why I sent Lena and Harley to Dollar Store and all these places because I thought Gannon was hiding too. I thought he was hiding too.
Okay, so you thought so the guy was in the house and you thought Gannon was hiding, so he hadn't taken Gannon yet at that point?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, that's huge. That's huge because now we can look at different camera time frames and all that, and we can look at different angles. Okay, that's huge that he was still in the house, and so that would have been police got there at what like?
Like that. I'm not making this up.
I'm not. No, I know. I'm trying to sort through this again. I'm trying to get you to this point to where you know.
Anymore because they'll try to get me, incriminate me for this. I need immunity.
I think they give it to you because this is big that he was there and they missed it. Because then they're gonna want to cover their shit for not finding him. I can't hear you. What?
I even put it in the car. I put it in that room where we store stuff. I tried.
You did what? You did what? Oh, you said you said what? What did you do?
I tried to like point to the cops and like, "Hey, check this area. Hey, check this area." I was even trying to show them any other extra areas that I saw. I said I didn't know if Gannon was with him or I didn't know if Gannon was still fighting. I didn't know at that point.
Okay, but then you figured out. How'd you figure out he wasn't by himself?
I'm not selling anything else before I get immunity.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to put all this together. You said you pointed them in the direction, but where in the storage room were you?
Directions. I said I was just giving all the big areas of the house.
I got you. So you told them storage room?
I walked to the storage room when the guy was in there. I was trying to tell him, "Hey, check behind boxes and all this stuff."
Okay, so
Yes. I didn't want to make it a mistake. You know, they were having to put the cops right here.
okay, so what happened next? So the cops searched and missed it, or what? Tell me what. I'm trying to figure out what happened now. What you're telling me, okay? What happened after they didn't find him?
I'm not saying anything else. I was just trying to plot this whole thing.
No, I'm trying to get some key breaking information that I can give an anonymous tip, like I told you. Okay, that's what I want to do. That's how
Never mind. You're not trying to help.
I am trying.
He's not trying to help. No, he's not. He's not trying to help.
I am. So what you said was Gannon. You thought Gannon was hiding. Is that right?
I didn't know if he was hiding with the guy had him or if he was hiding by himself. I was scared to keep. If I would have left him a note, be like, "Please check the house." He's not. I didn't know it without the back door. I didn't know where he was at the time. I know he was there. I thought he was gone. After I waited
So when you, and let me back up. So when you let the cops in the door, wherever you last saw Gannon, you left him somewhere, or you thought he was safe?
Yeah.
Like you thought he was safe hiding, or you thought he was with the other person, or what?
When I woke up, Albert, and I hit my head. I didn't know what it was. I already told you this part. I waited. I was like, I was hiding somewhere in the house. He would come out. When the police got there, he would come out. Even when I called for him, I didn't come out.
Do you think he might have crawled in one of the totes or something, or maybe the box? 'Cause the guy or Gannon?
The guy was at first, and I said, like, I thought he was back into it. I was telling him to shut the door and don't come out.
What, did they already come back?
I was just trying to get yourself to work.
But so you said my gun? You trying to get my gun to work? Tisha, calm down for a second. You said try to get my gun to work. I thought the guy had my gun. Oh, that one. Okay. So you put Harley and Lena in our room? Tisha, is that what you said? You put. So you already had the assault rifle out of the closet at this point, and you. Okay, I know you always had trouble getting that thing to pull it back and get it loaded and all that, so that makes sense. So, you're not going what? How is this, what is key about this that I can call an anonymous tip that helps me find Gannon?
You can call in and get community. I can give you the guys the ID. I can ID him in the finals. I can give you his name.
Tisha, you know I can't promise you anything. I'm not the police or the judge. I can't promise you immunity. I can put you in contact with them, and I've done that.
Please call me back, please. Call me back.
I will. I'll get as soon as we get done talking in a little while. I'll get on the phone with Mark and tell him to tell that lady to call you back and quit stalling or whatever she's doing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but Mark will get on it. He's always been. Right. Tisha, listen, I there's something that I can, you can give me that can help fix this right now, okay? I don't know if you're willing to, I hope you are, but if you give me the name of the person, if I know this person, that I can fix it right now, okay? I guarantee you, I can, yeah, I'm not gonna I can't. Well, who is it so I can tell them who to be looking for to protect you? I can promise you that. Tisha, I can't promise you that. I know they will work with you, okay? I know they will. I just need I need the person's name so I can get Mark and tell them to go find this person.
I hear people in the background.
There's nobody here. I just need to know this person's name because if it's Travis or somebody related to Chance or somebody. Is it Travis? Because I know you said he was abusive.
They're going to try to incriminate me.
No, they're not. I don't know. I can't promise you anything. Listen, I will fight for you and fight with you if you're not involved in this and you give me this name. Is it Travis?
Please.
Listen, I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text Mark right now, so you can hear me text Mark, okay? Because you can hear the little keystrokes. I'm gonna tell him as we're talking, so we can get this ball rolling. To
Who is listening to me? I hear
nobody. That's me texting Mark right now to tell him to get Bethel to call you.
crying. I hear somebody hollering.
Nobody's crying or hollering. Just like the other day when you said that, nobody's here. I'm standing here trying to figure this out and get a name.
Where is everybody else at?
What, like Uncle Jeff? He's getting on a plane and Landon and her Aunt Veronica. They hit the road back to Dallas, and I think they're gonna take Landon for the weekend because it's a 4-day weekend. So I'm here by myself, like I told you. They're getting Lena after lunch because she had a little lunch program going on. Okay, but that only matters if we can get this ball rolling. You could tell me this name, and then you can reach out to the police for immunity or help or whatever they can offer you. Okay.
Telling anything so I get immunity. They're not tricking me.
I-
They took everything I have. These people know where I'm at. They're in a gang. I will not.
What kind of gang are they in?
I don't know.
Oh, Tisha. Well, what happened that ruined that? I know that's another part I don't understand.
This baby really has a
Is what?
This baby really has a body.
Tisha, so this guy, I know you're trying not to tell me his name, but after the police left, remind me, I don't remember. I know Harley and Lena went out to look. Did you go look for Gannon? You knew the guy was in there, or you didn't, or what did you do after the police left? Tisha, did this guy kill Gannon? Did he kill him in the house, or did he kill him or hurt him? What happened? It's my son, and I need to know this. No, Tisha, not you. I'm not you. I trust you. I asked you that yesterday, and I trust what you're saying. I asked you, did this guy hurt Gannon, or did he kill Gannon in the house, or do you know if he killed Gannon or not? Tisha, I've explained to you, I can't give you immunity. I'm your husband. I'm not the police or the judge.
I'll be back when you can figure out and I can grant me immunity because this ain't gonna stop. It's gonna keep going, and he's crazy.
Tisha, there's only one way for this to stop, and that's for me to get the information to them, okay, through an anonymous tip, like I said. But I don't have any information to give them. Did this?
Hey, this person.
Yeah, and Tisha, I'm trying to fight for you here, okay? I made it clear I don't have the power to give you immunity. I have the power to help you.
Call me back whenever you can.
Tisha, they're not gonna listen to me, okay? They're absolutely gonna call me foolish. I am trying to help you. They're gonna look at me like a fool. Tisha, I can't hear you.
You're not helping me, Albert.
I'm trying to.
Someone killed somebody. I don't know if anyone killed anyone.
What then? What do you know? What's the guy's name? I gotta know the guy's name, Tisha. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to help you, but you're not freaking letting me help you, okay? All right, shut up. Well,
Yeah, so we would just want to have Mr. Stout come back on the stand and ask him some follow-up questions, Judge.
Okay, all right, Mr. Stauch, if you would resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Good morning, Mr. Stout. How are you doing today?
Morning.
So at the very beginning of that call, you told the defendant Happy Valentine's Day. Did this call actually occur on Valentine's Day?
I believe so. If I would have said that, I don't know the date you quoted when we started, but
Okay. The date of the call was February 14th
Okay.
of 2020.
so absolutely then.
There's a question in that beginning portion where the defendant was asking you questions about where you were and where Lena was, and then you responded with, "Where's Harley?" Similar to the phone call that we talked about yesterday, at this time of this call, did you know where the defendant was anywhere?
I did not, nor did I know where Harley was.
When the defendant started making statements about the guy was in the house when the police came, in your mind, was she referencing when the police first responded to your house at 6627 Mandan Drive?
That's what I assumed she was referring to, yes.
Did you have any independent knowledge of them finding a man in the house when they responded on that day?
I did not, no, sir.
You, in that phone call, you also pressed multiple times for getting names or trying to figure out a way to identify a guy that she's talking about at the beginning. Did she ever give you a name or any identifying features of this person?
Not in that phone call, no, sir.
And then later on in the phone call, it changes into there's a gang that's involved. Did she give you any idea of who this gang might be?
I don't remember ever getting that information, no, sir.
Ever?
I don't believe so.
In a big chunk of that phone call, obviously no way to know because you're not in the same room with the defendant, but did it sound like the defendant was crying to you?
Based on previous experience with her, there was times when I assumed yes, she was crying, and there was times where I assumed it was fake crying as well, or
In-
fake emotions in that phone call, yes.
In that phone call?
In that specific one, yes.
So in your mind, you were thinking that some was potentially real and some was potentially fake?
Yes, sir.
In your mind, did you think that she was trying to manipulate you in the course of the investigation?
Objection calls for speculative. Overruled.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions that you asked the defendant very specifically was whether she knows Gannon is safe. Do you remember that question?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get an answer from her on that question?
No, sir.
You mentioned in the phone call too about you're going to give information to the detectives so they'll quit stalling. Similar to the phone call yesterday, were you actually with law enforcement when this call occurred
I was.
and they were listening?
Yes, sir.
Was you saying, hoping that they would quit stalling, I guess, was that a tactic to keep her talking?
Absolutely.
Two names that you gave in that phone call were Travis and Chance. Who are those people just in general?
Travis would have been an ex-boyfriend of the defendant, and Chance would have been an ex-husband of the defendant, also Harley's father.
Did you ever have any indication that either one of those two names were involved in Gannon's disappearance?
No, sir. Chance was deceased by that point, and no indication of Travis either at all.
Okay. In relation to that, that gang reference, was there ever a gang that was after you and your family?
Not to my knowledge.
And then similar questions to what I asked you yesterday, the sound of the defendant's voice in that phone call, was that consistent with her personality as you knew it?
Absolutely.
In this particular phone call, did she ever change personalities to a different personality?
I was talking to the defendant the entire time.
And so never changed voice inflections or
No,
anything
sir.
like that? Okay, thank you. So Judge, at this time, we would want to move into playing People's Exhibit 37, which is another recorded phone call on February 14th, 2020 at 12:08 PM. This one's roughly 8.5 minutes long.
All right, Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
Hello? Hello?
Now what is, I said,
I can't hear you. Hello?
I said it's the signal.
Okay, well, what? Because you hung up on me and I'm not really feeling this right now. So what? What do you got for me?
I can't help it. In and out.
Fine, whatever.
You were being all nice, caring, listening, everything. Then all of a sudden you started being hateful.
Yeah, because you got information I need for my son that everybody needs to get this boy back. Okay?
You were just okay. So now you're saying I got information, but then just a minute ago you told me I made it up and it was a figment of my imagination.
Okay, so it's on you to pick which one it is. It's not on me to sort through it. It's on you to tell me the truth or keep feeding me bullshit.
Beginning. Listen to me.
Yes. No. Let's start over. Let's get a new beginning here. Okay? Let's start over. Because if you keep going back this same path we've been on, I'm just gonna keep getting more pissed off and more hurt and more worried about my son because you've told me 17 different stories now. Start over and tell me who the fuck has my boy. Okay? Tell me a name. That's the beginning. I don't care about Saturday. I don't care about Sunday. I don't care about the fucking truck on Monday. I don't care. Who has Gannon? That's what I care about. Who?
Then I want immunity.
What the fuck does that have to do with who has Gannon? I can't give you immunity. You call the police. You do what you got to do to get yourself protected from whatever you're worried about. I mean, it keeps. Anyways, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, the beginning is who has Gannon.
Did you even call the guy to ask him about immunity to talk to me? Did you?
No, because I figured you'd call me back. I thought you was hanging up on me. Call me back. What is he? What can I? I'm not your lawyer. Okay.
You're my husband.
Right, and I'm telling you right now, you want immunity. You want this fucking immunity because there's no dude. It's all a fucking lie, Tisha. Prove me otherwise. Just like I told you with the rape, I'll get on my knees and beg for forgiveness if it's true. If it really happened, if there is this fucking guy out there, I'll on the media, I'll go out to the world and say I was wrong, my wife was right this whole time. But there's no fucking dude, Tisha. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Yeah, prove me wrong. Was this an accident? Did something happen? Did you accidentally hurt him? Did you give him too much medicine? What happened?
So what do you think happened then? Since you think everything I have to say is wrong, since I offered help, then what do you think happened?
Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, like I told you already, I was not home. That's what the problem number one. Okay? Something bad happened and I wasn't there to take care of it. All right? So for the rest of my life, no matter what happens, I'm going to blame myself for this because I wasn't there, because I was trying to progress in my career, be successful and all these things. Okay? I just wasn't there. That's number one. That's the first thing that happened. Number two, I mean, you told me a lot of things that happened in like a 12, 13, 24-hour period. You talk about blood, you talk about Gannon's foot, you talk about the burns. All this happened in a short time, and they were all accidents. Nobody's to blame. Okay? Nobody. And you just panicked. Okay? That's what I think. I think all this stuff happened, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a big accident. Gannon took too much medicine, or Gannon hit his head, or Gannon's nose was bleeding, or I don't know, okay? I'm sitting here trying to make all these theories up, but all these things are running through my head. He hit his head on the ground. He hit his head on the wall. You picked his fingers too much and he was bleeding. Whatever the truth is, Gannon did something and it was an accident. And then I just feel like because I wasn't there to keep it all together, you panicked. And then I don't even have a theory on the rest of it. Okay, that's what I think. I think there's absolutely no guy there, and I understand why that would be on your mind. I understand that. Okay, I'm not discounting that or not making you feel bad if that's something you're trying to get through this and you made that up, okay? You've told nobody that but me. Okay? So if that's not okay, screw the police right now. This is me and you. Screw the freaking police. They're not listening anyways. You know that. They're looking all these places and you know they're not shouldn't be looking there. Okay? So they're not listening to you. I'm listening to you. I just need to know what happened. I gave you my theory up until the one point where you panicked, okay? Whether it was too much blood, Gannon hurt himself, and you didn't know how to handle it, and you didn't want to call me because you were scared I might be upset at you, and I understand that. I understand that you've got this. You want to do so good for the kids and provide for them and food and clothes, and you do a great job at all that stuff. Okay, you do a great job at all that stuff, and I tell you that all the time. And you really want me to feel like you're better than Landon, and I tell you all the time that you are. Okay, I feel like all that factors into this, that something bad happened accidentally. Nobody's fault. Accidents happen, and that's what we would have told Gannon, the candle or whatever it was. Accidents happen. We could get new carpet. We can't get new children though. Okay. I tell you that all the time. We can't replace our children. We can replace clothes and carpet and couches. Who gives a fuck about that stuff? And you know I've told you that. We smash the TV. Who cares about the TV? Okay? An accident happened here of some sort. You panicked and freaked out, and then I just need the rest of the story. I just need to know where Gannon is, okay? I just need to know what has happened with Gannon. Is he safe? Is he hurt? Is he alive? Is he somewhere? Okay? I don't want to hear no more about this dude unless you give me a name, okay? So I don't believe it until you give me concrete information. My theory is this. That accident happened. You panicked. Now tell me the rest.
I was there, Albert. I'll give you his name. I swear to you.
Give me his
When I
name.
tell you this part, this is why I want immunity.
Okay.
Do you, okay?
Okay.
Okay? The whole thing happened. The cops were there. Yada, yada, yada. All that was true. You keep saying I said all these stories is not what happened. I really was truly thought that Gannon was going out every day. I've been talking to somebody because he was asking me weird questions or whatever. This dude trying to get your bike, he followed me. So I get the Petco. That's why I was looking in and out the doors of Petco.
Oh, so you weren't. So it wasn't about Gannon getting out. And I'm not talking junk. Okay.
You jump in there.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
Make
understand.
sure he didn't get out because if someone was following me, I didn't want him to know someone was in the car.
Okay.
Yes, that's why.
Okay.
All I was trying to do was go get you a bike. Then I leave because I was going to go to this place to be looking at free to get a bike, and I realized that this dude was following us again. So I tried to make some turns around Palmer Lake area, in and out of that area up there, which is where they're searching because I'm sure they got my GPS, searching for nothing. And then, when I had to come up the little hump, there's this dude. Well, this dude is in your truck with us.
And just so that I'm clear, Mr. Allen, that was Exhibit 37, right?
37. That's
Okay,
right.
all right, go ahead.
Mr. Stout, can you come back?
Mr. Stauch, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Mr. Stout, in that call, you said to the defendant, you want immunity because it's a lie, there's no dude. And then you said, prove me wrong. Did she ever prove you wrong?
No, sir.
You made mention of Gannon did something, an accident, and you panicked. What were you trying to do by saying those things to the defendant?
Trying to, in a way, take the initial blame off of her that and confirm her story about an accident with the candle or whatever she had claimed from the night before or whatever. And, give her a freedom to talk about what happened next in her mind.
Basically give her an out so that you could try to maybe get more information?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Towards the end of that phone call, the defendant made, again, mentions of some anonymous dude in the language that she used. Did she ever give you a name of who this dude was that she was referring to?
Not in this phone call, no, sir.
All right. Was that phone call consistent with her personality?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
During that phone call, did she ever change personalities or talk with any other odd voice inflections?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Judge, at this time, we're going to move on to People's 38, which is a call on February 14th at 12:17 p.m.
All right. Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you, sir.
And Judge, this call is about a little over 21 minutes.
All right.
What happened?
I was talking away.
Okay.
What did you guys hear?
Something about you were at Petco and then you got in the truck and the guy was there or something?
No. I asked them to go get the footage from outside of Petco.
Okay.
Not just the footage inside Petco. That's the footage we need outside of Petco. Because the guy had followed us to Petco, and as I was pulling off to go to the Farmer Lake area, I was going to go look at the bike. Somebody was laying down in the road, acting like they were, I don't know, going to kill themselves or some crap. When I turned around and came back the other way, and this dude gets in the truck with us. I didn't have anything, knives, anything to fuck anybody off or anything. I had to go like a normal time. Gannon was crying in the back seat till he threw up. He threw up because he was so scared. He followed us all. He came with us all the way back to the house. Where's the footage showing people getting out of the car? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, who got out of the car?
I mean, I saw you and then I saw the shadow that somebody was talking about.
The side.
The only footage I seen is the one that you said the guy got paid for. That's the only one I saw.
Okay, so when you get there, he's still in your car at this time. We all get out. The guy was with us the whole time.
Okay.
The whole entire time. I asked him, what did he want? He could take everything he wants. He could rob us. He could do whatever he fucking wanted. Have it all. There was a struggle. There was everything back and forth. Then it was asking, did I know his Uncle Matt? Because he was saying, whoever Uncle Matt was, you don't like Uncle Matt. Uncle Matt came in at. Well, she had something to do with it. Because I was freaking out how he would know someone by this name. I told you this.
Okay.
The guy was there when the police came. I didn't know where Gannon was at. I didn't know if he was hid. I didn't know anything. I just thought I was terrified to say anything because he had the gun. And I was scared. What if he, Gannon, while I run up there and try to go get help? What if I leave to go get help and he's in here? There was nothing I could do to switch anything. My hands were tied that night. The girls were in the bedroom. My hands were tied to the little board that's on the back. My hands are tied there. Tied completely. Remember those same headphones I had on? I told you I was listening to music? Yeah, I had to do that. And that little bandana that was down there, that's where that came from. I couldn't scream, couldn't get help. Harley and Lena were asleep. It was just terrifying. All I could hear was Gannon screaming. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything.
Okay, Tisha, can I ask you a question? Please?
What?
Why would you need immunity for that when the guy he's the perpetrator, not you? Why would you need immunity for this?
Because I didn't tell him.
Because you didn't, okay. Okay, I mean,
I don't know how bad he hurt Gannon. I don't know. There's no accident where I hurt, and there's nothing like that. If saying that. No, he was in Gannon's room. He just kept crying. He fighting it all. He is Mexican. He was mixed with black. Dark. 5'7". I gave him the facial features that was on him.
Okay, hold on. All right, so let me just bear with me here while I sort through this. Okay, so you're at Petco, you pull out, and you're at the stoplight. Dude's laying in the middle of the road, or you're in the parking lot.
We drove up to look at the night for
Oh, so the guy was at Palmer Lake laying in the middle of the road.
He followed us. I made a turn. I thought the turn was going to take me back to 25. Instead, it wraps you back around in a circle to come back the same direction up these hills.
Okay. All right, so yeah, let's stop for a second because, all right, listen, I'm gonna be straight up again because I'm getting frustrated again because this is even more bullshit than the original 17 stories, okay? I mean, no guy fucking jumps in your truck. The car is locked when you're driving unless you stop and open the doors. Anyway, I'm not gonna pick it apart. It's bullshit, okay? Yes.
God.
Tisha, no, it's not why. I want you to tell me why you panicked. Why did you panic when the accident happened? When Gannon did whatever he did, I mean, he made a mistake. Whatever happened, why did you panic? After Gannon was hurt, after he hurt himself, after he had an accident, after he banged his head or something, why did you panic? So, wait, well, you know what? So back to this Palmer, I'm all over the place here.
Yeah, because you're trying to make it out to be me and it's not me.
No, I'm trying to make it out to be, where's my son, okay? If you were in Palmer Lake and then Douglas County and whatever, you did all these turns and turned around and this guy was out there laying in the road, he got in a truck, why do they have your GPS in your car? You were in my truck.
My phone.
No, but I thought you told me yesterday you left your phone at Petco because you had to go back to get it.
No, that was Gannon's phone. Gannon's phone was left at Petco.
You told me, yes, Tisha, I'm not stupid now. Okay, listen, you know I'm better than that. You told me yesterday, you said it almost verbatim, almost quoting you now. You said, I set my phone on the counter, okay, because I had these 2 or 3 doggy sweaters or whatever, okay, and then... No, you told me yesterday it was your phone, and then you said it and you forgot it because you kept going and looking at him to make sure he wasn't getting out the truck. Now it's you. Tisha, but how is it all true when you've told me 7 different versions of the same thing? It can't all be true. He can't be a Mexican named Uncle Matt, but he wasn't there until he got in the...
See how you keep doing?
No, what I keep doing is not being stupid and letting you get me with bullshit, okay? I need the truth.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
Really. I mean, you can smirk all you want to, you can roll your eyes, you can hit the steering wheel. That doesn't change the fact that you have the truth and I don't. I mean, because, yeah, so yesterday... It wasn't a Mexican. It was the guy riding around in the Aubrey Holmes vehicle or whatever it's called. Okay, and you gave him the garage code, and then he came in.
These things.
But that's what I do understand. You're spinning me in 12 different directions to help.
Immunity because they made me tell all this. If I don't keep saying different things, you get the right person. You don't care about that. You don't care about the bounty if I say anything.
No, Tisha, what I care about is you, and I care about our relationship and that the fact that we're talking together. No, you're not talking to the
Albert,
police. I'm not making you say anything. Okay, listen. I understand. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand you feel like they're making you all these things, and I understand making you say all these things. Sorry. Okay, and the fact that you're having to say all these different stories because they're pressuring you, and I blame them completely. Okay, I understand that you're just in a bad situation because everybody's after you and you feel attacked and all these things. Okay, I understand that. But if you have any faith or respect in me, you got to understand that, I believe the truth is always easier than having to go 27 different directions. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to work out with you here is just the freaking truth.
He hurt. I was tied with my arm.
Okay, well, who is he? Who tied you up? Who did this? You didn't do it. Who did it? Who hurt Gannon? Who has Gannon? Who wants the money? Who hurt you? Who is they? And how did he hurt Gannon? These are the questions I need to know. Who is he and who are they?
He first told me his name was, but it's not. It's Quincy Brown.
Quincy Brown. So, so Quincy Brown is the one who has him. What was he driving when he was following you? What was he driving when he was following you? What? A red car. See, I think that's what I was saying. You're on it. The fact that you know his name, or he said Eduardo, but you found out his name was Quincy Brown, driving a red car. What? Wait, listen. Wait. How did he hurt Gannon, and how bad was Gannon hurt? Say that again. You said. I can't hear you, Tisha. Try to calm down.
When I came out, Gannon was gone. I just could hear him screaming. I couldn't do anything.
So Gannon was screaming, and you heard him. You heard. Right. No, I said heard. I said you heard, like you heard him screaming. The guy hurt Gannon. So you know the guy hurt him, Quincy Brown. Huh? Do you know what he hurt him with? Was he hitting him? Was he?
I came back in there. He started taking boxes out.
Okay, so how do you know Quincy Brown? How do you know it was him?
He
You,
told me his name was Eduardo, but he came back in there taking boxes out. And I seen Quincy Brown. I saw it.
oh, what boxes was he taking out?
I thought he was going to rob our house and take things.
So he had an ID on, and what did you see anything besides his name, like a company or something?
Quincy Brown. It was his pocket. He had his big baggy pants on, and in his pocket, the paper fell out, and on top of the paper was his ID, and it had his picture, Quincy Brown.
Okay, all right. But what kind of boxes? What boxes was he taking out? Was he out of the storage room? What? I mean, what?
In the storage room.
Oh, you were in the storage.
Do what?
You did. That's the first you told me that you were in the storage room.
He tied me in the storage room, and I couldn't come out. I just do that.
I'm sorry, you were crying and screaming. I couldn't understand that part. So now I know you were tied up. You couldn't do anything because you were screaming and you had the bandana in your mouth. You were tied up. Is this after the police left and after Gannon and him were in the storage room, or before that, or what?
It was after the police left late that night. I put Harley.
Okay.
I realized that he was still in the house. Really, laying in the room and told him to shut the door and don't come out.
Okay. All right, so what boxes was he taking out of the storage room or what? Okay, well, you brought that up, so that's huge. I mean, if he's taking boxes, what was in the boxes? I'm just trying to sort through all this, okay? Empty boxes, okay. So back up. Gannon and this Quincy Brown guy, they were in the storage room the whole time, and you were trying to point the police to the storage room?
I never told you that. I said when the cops went to the storage room, I was trying to tell them, hey, there's a bunch of boxes piled up here. I even went to the little Christmas closet and was like, yeah, please look through there really good.
But you did say that they were in there and that you tried to direct them somehow to the storage room. You did say that.
Not what I said. That is not what I said.
Okay, maybe I'm paraphrasing. Maybe I'm paraphrasing.
Telling him where hiding places were in the storage room.
Then where the fuck were they? It all is relevant. Where were they at? You said earlier you heard him scream from the storage room. Okay? Where were they at?
There was no screaming when the cops were there. What are you talking about?
You know, honestly, I'm kind of getting fed up because you know what? Yesterday, in the 3 previous versions, okay, it all happened in Gannon's room. Now it all happened in the fucking storage room. Make your mind up. You banged your head on Gannon's table. You were raped in Gannon's room. Gannon was beat up. He was high-fiving the guy. He was jumping on him. He was loving him. Uncle Matt, he was a Mexican. It all happened in Gannon's room. Now it happened in the storage room. God damn it, Tisha, make some sense out of this.
That is before the police got there, Albert.
What time did all that happen? What time did that happen?
You asked me about the police got there.
Tisha, to me, this is all bullshit because none of it makes sense. None of the timeline adds up. Every time you tell it to me, there's more and different details. So, okay. Yeah, fine.
I have my life on the line.
Go get your fucking immunity. I hope you get it, because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. I want my son back.
I'm trying to help you get him back.
So at what point did you call the police? The guy was with you. He was in the house. He was just letting you call the police? Because you said he was in the truck. Well, him and Gannon were in the truck, come back from wherever the fuck you picked him up on the side of the road, and he just jumped in and said, here's a hamburger, take me home or something, whatever. Okay? Yeah. I'm being a goddamn smartass because this is bullshit. Okay? So you're all in the house and you're just drinking sweet tea, and he's like, I'm holding you at gunpoint, but go ahead and call the police, please. Right? That's your story. That's your story, Tisha. That's your story. Because initially he was already in the house when you got home with Gannon. That's what you told me initially. I am listening. Okay, so all right, so assume I believe you now. So Quincy Brown is the one holding Gannon for all the money, and you didn't tell me. So now, all this 3 weeks now, you've known who has my son. You've known he's out to get you or after you or whatever, and you think I'm going to be okay with me just finding this out after I've been crying my heart out for 3 weeks now? You think that's cool? Because you're worried about your immunity?
Because I'm worried about my what?
Immunity. That's all you said all day long after yesterday when you told me 7 different stories. Today it's immunity. And now I find about Quincy Brown in a red car with boxes, has my son, and he wants money, and you never told me about it. It's like we're playing fucking Clue here or something. Or Who's Who. And yes, I'm being a smart ass because I'm tired of this shit.
I don't want nothing but my family and everything and Gannon to be there. I begged you to help me for days. I could tell you this. I begged you. But you would never have everybody didn't call me. Never.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna stop you right there because it's funny. You started that statement again with, "I just want my family and Gannon." So that's why you keep saying shit like that. No, Gannon is part of your family. He's not an and. He's part of it. That's why I don't
I know
believe that
that.
shit because you keep saying that. Go ahead.
I am agreeing to testify against this. I am agreeing to even to walk out wherever money, risking a chance to fucking shoot me just to get Gannon.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I know enough about immunity that you're not gonna get immunity if you keep lying about this fucking Quincy guy. There's no fucking Quincy guy. There's no Eduardo. There's no Uncle Matt. There's nobody.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever me all you want to, but there's no fucking Quincy. Yeah. Should have freaking told me about Quincy Brown from the get-go. That's why there's no fucking Quincy Brown.
Really?
Yeah, really, Tisha. Yeah, this is just blowing my mind here that you sit here and you want to be a family, the four of us in Gannon, like you say. You want us to get back together and be all intimate and, blah, 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 blah. But you keep fucking lying to me. 5 years of lies and now my son's gone. Where is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy, that's who took him.
Where the fuck is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown.
Where? Where's Quincy Brown? He's obviously, you know something about him. Is he in town? Are you in town? Is Gannon in town? Who's anywhere? Nobody knows where anybody is except for you.
Earlier, you wanted to help. You wanted to listen so we could go have him arrested. But now you don't have any interest in.
I do. I'll let them know as soon as we get off the phone. Go look for a 5'7" Mexican guy named Uncle Matt that changed his name to Quincy Brown, that works for the home developer, that his ID fell out of his pocket, and he's out there with my son. I'll tell him all that.
Now it's because I found out who he is.
But
Like,
you
I know
said
it's
you
really
knew him.
They're after me.
Oh my God. Where's Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown took Gannon.
You almost said his name different. Okay, is it Quincy Brown or
Brown is what I said.
where is Gannon?
All right, I think now would be a good time for a break. So we will take our break until 10:45. Again, don't discuss case among yourselves. Don't discuss case with anyone else. And we'll see you at 10:45. All rise for the jury, please. Thank you, Mel. Seated record should reflect the jury has left the courtroom. I wanted to pass on, you guys will need a pen for this. The issue that we were talking about earlier, take a look, and I'm still not asking for an answer. I want you guys to, you'll have some time to look at this, but I also want you to look at these cases. People versus Boykins, 140 Pacific 3rd, 87, and Riggins versus Nevada, 504 US.
Riggins was the case that I was thinking of.
Okay. It's, actually, I have the Supreme Court citation. It's 112 SCT 1810 1810, decided 1992. So take a look at those. I plan to, and then we'll see if we have some further discussion. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, then. Court will be in recess.
How long did you say you're on here?
10:45.
Stauch on the stand to ask some follow-up questions and then
Okay.
jump into that exhibit.
All right, Mr. Stauch, if you'd resume your seat on the witness stand. I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath. Let's go ahead and bring the jury in. Oh, okay. All rise for the jury, please. Thank you. You may all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. And we are resuming with testimony of Mr. Stauch. Mr. Allen?
Thank you, Art. Mr. Stauch, in that last phone call that we just heard, February 14th, 2020, this is roughly about a little over 2 weeks after Gannon's missing, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, January 27th, so almost 3 weeks, yeah.
Yep. In the beginning portion of that phone call, sounded like the defendant was suggesting that some guy laid down on the road and then got in the truck and Gannon threw up in the back of your truck.
Yes, sir.
When you got back from Oklahoma, did you drive your truck?
I did a few times in those early couple days of searching.
Was there any puke in your truck?
I don't remember there being even the smell of puke in my truck. No, sir.
In that phone call, you started to press her to get details about whoever this guy was, this dude that she keeps describing. And in the call, it's just she uses a Mexican or a black dark, found out his name. You mentioned the name Aubrey Holmes. What was that all about?
That would have been in the Lorson Ranch neighborhood. I used to see a van, somewhat of the neighborhood headquarters or whatever. That's the home builder, maybe. I don't know specifically, but yeah, that was just a van or cars roaming around the neighborhood for supervision or whatever.
Was that also a reference back to the story the defendant gave that she let one of the guys from the building area come into the house?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. And then during this phone call, we hear the name Quincy Brown. Was that the first time you'd heard the name Quincy Brown?
Yes, sir.
Did you know any Quincy Brown?
No, sir.
Again, similar questions to before. During this particular phone call, did the defendant's personality, was it consistent with the way you knew her personality to be?
Absolutely.
Did she change into any other different personalities during this phone call?
No, sir.
During this phone call, did you know where she was located?
No, sir.
And then there's a lot of reference to immunity from the defendant in this phone call. It's similar to the last call. In your mind, was she asking for immunity because Quincy Brown did something?
That made absolutely no sense to me, so no.
But was that what she was sort of relaying to you in your mind?
I don't know. In my mind, she was asking for immunity because she did something or knew something that would incriminate her, but she was claiming to know more that would afford her the opportunity to ask for immunity.
Did she ever, during this particular phone call, give you any actionable information that you could pass on to law enforcement that could help the investigation?
No, sir. It seemed like more spin to me.
More spin, you said?
More spin or more trying to send myself or the investigation in opposite directions.
Okay, thank you. Judge, at this time, we would move on to playing People's Exhibit number 39, which is another recorded phone call, again from February 14th, 2020 at 12:41 p.m.
All right, Mr. Stauch, you can step down. Thank you, sir.
And this call is just a little under 18 minutes.
All right.
Has to be right. Hey.
Hey.
Are you ready now? Are you ready to talk to me?
I have been talking to you.
Okay, yes, you have. Okay. Where's Gannon?
I didn't see children.
Where's Gannon, Tisha?
I just told you.
No, don't tell me fucking Quincy Brown. Tell me where Gannon is. There's no Quincy Brown. There's no Quincy Brown. Where is Gannon? Where did you take Gannon?
He took it. Why don't you put me in a lineup and let me look for him?
Where did you take Gannon? Where is Gannon?
Gannon anywhere.
Yeah, but you told me you did. You told me you took him to Petco and to Douglas County and to back home. Where is Gannon?
Give me in something I didn't do. What's wrong with you?
Where is Gannon, Tisha?
I've already told you. You think you could be this interrogator all you want?
No, I'm not. You're my wife and I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay? You're not trying to talk to me. You're trying to put me 6 feet under what you're trying to do.
Why are you so afraid to just tell me the fucking truth, the real story, just for once, okay? You can
That's
tell me
the truth.
you can tell me a bullshit 20 more times. Just right now, tell me the truth. Where is Gannon? You did not tell me where he is.
I know where he is. Quincy Brown took him.
I-
What's the guy's name?
Listen, fuck Quincy Brown. Don't ever say that name to me again because it's bullshit. Eduardo is
Okay.
bullshit, okay? The carpet guy is bullshit.
Quincy Brown took him.
Well, tomorrow it's going to be somebody different because yesterday it was the 3 other different guys.
I'll go after him.
My dumbass won't go after him. Yeah, my dumbass won't go after him. Where's Gannon, Tisha?
Come on. 'Cause you told me to tell you who had him and you would be supportive. And you still are doing this.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and pick this thing apart anymore because it's bullshit. You said this guy had something on you, something blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, blah, 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 blah. You didn't want to tell me his name. Why would you not want to tell me Quincy Brown? Who the fuck is Quincy Brown?
All right. He is going. I'll send you some lineup. The police department has to have lineup for Quincy Brown in the area.
Did you tell Quincy Brown your name? Okay, did you give him your information? Did he take your phone? How is he? How is he messaging you? It's Quincy Brown messaging you. I do, and I'm trying to find it. How is he messaging you when he never? Did you tell him, hey, my name's Tisha, my email is TishaLynn2006? What the fuck, Tisha?
Did you care that he has your son?
Yeah, see, you ain't answering my question. You ain't answering my question because you know it's bullshit. How does he message you? Like I said, it's probably some Inspector Gadget. This message was self-destruct in 30 seconds, right? Some bullshit like that. Because he didn't.
You what? Talking about?
Likewise. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This guy messaging you? What the fuck? He don't have your information?
Okay, so he hasn't been outside of her hotel?
Nope.
Okay, then you're an idiot.
Throw another one at me. What else hasn't he done? He ain't done shit. Because Quincy Brown don't fucking exist.
Maybe they need to check you and Landon since your goddamn won't go look for it.
Yeah, have them check me and Landon. They got all my shit. I turn all my shit in. My car, my phone, my email, my everything. They got all my shit.
Well, they have all mine too.
Okay? So I ain't worried about shit. Give me a place to look for Gannon. Tell me where he is.
I don't.
I'll go fucking look for him. What does Quincy Brown even look like? Is he the 5'7" Mexican? I mean, come on, goddammit.
Come on.
How is he messaging you? You never answered that question either. I'm getting messages. Ooh, so mysterious.
Just because someone sends you messages, Albert, doesn't fucking mean it's social media or anything like that.
I didn't say what it was. I asked you what it was.
Certain ways.
So,
You even called it into the FBI.
oh, okay.
Hey, there's this dude, blah, 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 following us. Hey, there's another people following us. I've tried to help you
So listen.
I didn't tell you from the beginning who Quincy Brown was.
Yeah, right.
Snap just don't give a shit.
Yeah, because you knew I wouldn't believe you because it's bullshit. So you're telling me
Okay.
this motherfucker came in the or got in the truck, come home, beat the shit out of you or whatever he did, beat the shit out of Gannon, took Gannon from the storage room or whatever the hell that's all about, and took him, and now he's got,
I'll send you a picture.
and now he's, yeah, send it to me. Send that shit to me right now, okay? Send me fucking Quincy Brown, okay? Because you're telling me this dude is out there. He knows you know what he looks like, and he's following you? Trying to do whatever he's going to do. He's got everything he needs.
You know, release a reward.
But you said that he's following you.
Yes, that's the reward.
When are you going to send me this damn picture?
Send it. See? Dark skin, mixed, his
Are you freaking serious, Tisha? That's Quincy Brown right there. He's dark and Hispanic.
what?
He's dark and Hispanic. His name's Quincy Brown, right? A Hispanic guy named Quincy, like he's from South Carolina or something.
Puerto Rican, mixed,
All right, listen,
Quincy.
Oh my God, this is great. How did you fucking get a picture of Quincy Brown? You Googled him?
That is who he is.
Okay, listen, send me, screenshot your Google search. Let me see it. Screenshot me where you pulled that. Yeah, however you got Quincy. Oh, guess what? Quincy probably sent you that picture in one of his messages, right? He said, hey, just in case they're looking for me, here's my latest photo.
You're a fucking dumbass.
I am a dumbass, and I need my son, and you got him.
Your son.
Who's got him then? It ain't fucking Quincy Brown.
You gonna be a fucking some balls and find him with his. I bet you ain't doing that shit though, are you? Cause you're
I am a punk. You're right. I just want my son. You can call me a punk. You can say whatever you want to say to me. Okay? I just
But
want.
Quincy then.
Where,
Question him then.
where can I find Quincy to question him?
I don't fucking know. Your best friends in the police department can do it.
You're killing me, Tisha.
I'm not killing you.
Well, where's my son, Tisha? This is the same fucking bullshit conversation we had for days and weeks about that $8,000 you took from me. And I said, where's the money? Where's the money? And then 2 weeks later, oh, I took it. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit we're doing again.
You dumbass.
Yeah, I am a dumbass, but it's the same fucking conversation. Where's my son, Tisha?
Quincy hasn't. Quincy, do you know him? Fucking go find him.
Apparently you do, because he's got something against you. Okay? Yeah.
You to talk to me to help me.
Hey, guess what? I'm calling bullshit. I just Googled that shit, and that's a fucking mugshot like I find Mike Hyatt on. Mugshot. Way to go, Tisha. You found Quincy Brown on a mugshot. God damn it. This is just getting better and better and better.
It's a mugshot because he's probably been in jail before, you dumbass.
Yeah. So he just picked you out of the blue because you just happened to be in Douglas County up there, and he was laying in the street. And Quincy said, "Oh wow, that looks like an easy target. I'm gonna steal her son and rape her and go all the way to freaking wherever." And then how did he leave? Nobody saw him leave. What the fuck are you talking about?
The cameras at night, you dumbass.
Oh, that's right, because he was there till midnight while the neighborhood search party was going on. Come on,
The
Tisha.
neighborhood search party was not even going on at that time.
Okay, guess what? I know that's false. They searched all through the night, Tisha, while you were sitting your ass in the house. You were sitting in the house, sending Harley and Lane out to look for him. The search party of the fucking neighborhood was out, and Quincy Brown was out there, and nobody saw him. I tell you what you're gonna need to do. You're gonna need to figure out what you're gonna do when they find Gannon, because that's what you need to worry about.
When they find Gannon.
When they find Gannon,
Really?
no matter what's happened to the boy or where he's at, when they find him, you better get the step in because you got to worry about what's going to happen. Okay?
Really? That's
Yeah.
a threat? Because,
No, I'm telling you about the police.
okay. If that's how you want to take it then, and you don't want any help, that's
Yeah,
fine.
because we're going to find him. And how the hell would you know they're barking up the wrong tree? You keep saying they're looking in the wrong place.
You don't ask me. I'm the wrong tree.
But that doesn't make any sense. They're looking where you supposedly told them Quincy Brown got in the truck at. What the fuck, Tisha? That's the exact tree they're looking at.
I said me. I was talking about me.
Yeah, but you keep
I
saying,
don't.
no, that's not true. You said,
In there.
You-
He hasn't.
you told me yesterday they're looking at Palmer Lake and Douglas County and in all these fields and they're barking up the wrong tree. That's what you told me, not anybody else.
You dumbass. He hasn't in Colorado Springs.
Where at? How do you know where he's at if you don't know Quincy Brown? If you're not involved, if you don't know what's going on,
Not involved.
you just fucking told on yourself. You just told on yourself. You know where Gannon's at and you're fucking lying.
I don't know where Gannon's at.
You just said he's in Colorado Springs.
I said Quincy Brown lives in Colorado Springs, apparently.
Now you're fucking twisting the words again, Tisha. Okay, where's Gannon?
I don't have Gannon. You can curse me out, call me whatever you want, fuck all the bitches you want, do whatever you want, because I don't care about you.
Good. I don't want you to. You got my son and you know where he's at and I need to find my son. You obviously don't care about my son if you're going to do all the things you did in that fucking candle video. That was bullshit. That's the same shit you tried to do to me and you did it to my son. That was horrible. You should go to jail just for that shit, Tisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fucking abuse, and you know it. Had that little boy. No, you had him crying when all he thought he had made was an accident, and you had him thinking he was gonna have to sell his Switch and his toys on the fucking video you put out there. I didn't see that. You put it out there. That's your fucking abuse.
Didn't think he was going to sell his Switch?
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
or what? Well, that was where it was going. The couch, or we're gonna sell this or that. I heard your words, and
That's what's messed up. I was telling
and I heard you make him cry too. Where's my son?
crying.
Where's my son? Where is he, Tisha? Why are you pausing?
You don't care where he's at, so it don't matter.
I do care. I told you where I think he's at. You told me he wasn't there. You said they're barking up the wrong tree, and then you said he is in Colorado Springs. You said that. Not me, not the police, not nobody else. You said it. That's why you said they're barking up the wrong tree, because you know where he's at. And you
I
need to
don't
tell
know.
me.
I wish I did.
You're a fucking liar. Tell me where he's at.
I wish I did so that I bring him to you and say to you how you really were a supportive husband.
You listen. This is the same shit that we've been going through for 5 years, and I've supported you
That's all
through
you
it.
ever want to do is talk about me, ain't it, Albert?
No, I want my son. Fuck all that other shit. I want my son. Who cares about the past 5 years? You're right. Who gives a fuck?
To you right now, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it. You'd still fucking try to blame it on me.
But Tisha, that's just not an option. You've lied to me. Okay? Well, I'm not blaming you, but you've lied to me. That's unacceptable. Okay? The truth is, I need my son, and you have information.
Sorry that I didn't want to get killed. Okay? I'm sorry.
So you didn't want to get killed, so you let him take Gannon? Or why?
I'm
What?
talking about by talking from the beginning.
But you were talking from the beginning. You did an interview from day one. Okay? So no.
I didn't want to get killed. I didn't want everyone I knew to get killed if I started talking and
Because of some fucking random Quincy Brown, okay? Come on. Some Quincy Brown from Mugshots is going to kill us all.
have you looked him up?
Yeah, he's on fucking Mugshots right there on Google. All you got to do is Google or Siri, show me Quincy Brown, and there he is. Bam, right in front of you, okay? What the fuck, teacher?
Okay.
Just like I found all that shit on Mike Hyatt. All I had to do was Google Mike Hyatt, and there it was, right in front of me. I didn't have to do no search. It was right there. Because I'm telling you, I'm not fucking stupid. That's what I'm telling you.
You want to be that then you must be fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid to let you send me in 27 different directions. You're right. That's stupid. You're absolutely right. I know that you know where Gannon is, and that's the direction I'm going, and I'm not changing. So you better buckle in. This is going to be it.
You'll be waiting a long time because I don't have him.
I didn't say you had him, Tisha. See, that's where you keep twisting your words. I didn't say you had him. I said, tell me where he is.
Where is that?
Oh, okay.
Damn time.
Okay.
Because don't him. And I don't know where he's at. That every day.
But you just said he's in Colorado Springs, so make your mind up.
The Quincy guy
So,
at me. What about be a man, be a husband, and freaking go there and say, hey, listen, can we detain this Quincy guy and ask him some questions?
yeah, fine, we'll do that. But my manhood's not in question here. The truth is in question here. Okay? You said Quincy Brown is in Colorado Springs, and you said Quincy Brown has Gannon because he's messaging you and wants a reward. Okay? So if you put
Message me. I said he left messages.
that's a message.
You
Okay,
said
okay.
messages.
I'm not gonna split hairs with you about stupid shit now. He got word to you somehow. He said something to you somehow. Okay, but you told me he has him. He's let you know he had him, and he's in Colorado Springs and he wants money. Okay, but then you say I don't know where Gannon's at. Which one is it?
He says he has Gannon.
He says he has Gannon, and he's in Colorado Springs.
But I would even be willing to put my life on the line to freaking go out and carry to wherever the meat's gonna be, knowing that somebody might shoot me.
All right, listen, I'm about to end my rope here. Okay, you're fucking lying, and I'm done with it. Okay.
Okay.
You haven't even told me where you're at. I mean, there's so many freaking lies. You say help me protect me. God damn it, you're not in Colorado Springs, Tisha. Send me your location right now. Then send me your location right now. Quit fucking playing. Send it to me on my phone. Take a pic.
So you want me to send you my location?
I've offered.
Save your family.
Yeah.
You'll be doing.
Yep. All right, listen. Obviously, this gap between us ain't getting no closer because you won't tell me where my son is. So I'm done. You got anything else to say before I hang up on you? Good. Don't email me. Don't call me. Don't message me. Don't use my name in the media. Don't say shit about me until you tell me where my son is.
Mr. Allen? Mr. Stauch, if you'd resume your seat in the witness stand, remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Mr. Stauch, in that particular phone call, you made a comment about the candle incident and that the defendant was doing the same thing to Gannon that she did to you. What were you talking about there?
Manipulation.
Meaning the defendant manipulating situations?
The defendant manipulating situations as I witnessed in that video, her doing to Gannon.
There was, sounds like potentially the defendant sent you a text message to tell you who this Quincy Brown was. Did that happen? In that phone
During
call?
that phone call, yes, sir.
Did you then do a Google search for a Quincy Brown?
I believe I did on the spot, yes, sir.
And what did you find when you Googled Quincy Brown?
Exactly what I referenced. I call it mugshots, but like, lineup.com or mugshots.com, whatever it was specifically, but his face next to a bunch of other people that have been arrested.
Was that essentially a sex offender that was wanted in the Colorado Springs area?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have any independent knowledge that Quincy Brown was somehow involved in Gannon's disappearance?
No, sir.
You asked the defendant in there, or actually the defendant, I'm sorry, said that she was in Colorado Springs. Did you know where she was at that time?
No, sir.
Did you think she was in Colorado Springs?
No, sir.
And then similar to the other calls, her personality that she was using in that phone call, was it consistent with the way you know her?
Absolutely.
Did she ever change into a different personality?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. We will move on to, Your Honor, People's Exhibit 40, which is another recorded phone call, February 14th, 2020, 1:21 PM.
All right, Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you, sir.
And this is just short of 16 minutes, Judge.
Okay.
Got my peanut butter sandwich.
I ate mine too. Hello?
Are you still along?
What?
Are you still along?
Yes. Okay, here, you asked for one more chance. Here it is. I'm gonna shut up. You just say what you gotta say. I ain't gonna say shit. It's your chance.
What's that noise?
That's my water bottle.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Oh. All right. If you know it's an accident, are you going to stand by me?
Yes, absolutely, Tisha. I've told you that from day one.
I'm sorry for all the stories. I just didn't know what to do. So we were going to get your bike. I was like, get it right. It was really big, so I got it pink. You fell off of it. It hurt bad. You know so much about like heels and stuff.
What? I didn't hear you. What?
I said when he fell, he got hurt because there was like concrete and heels and stuff. The guy was helping him ride the bike.
Tisha, babe, what, how bad did he get hurt?
How bad it was, he was bleeding.
Where was he bleeding from?
His arms, his knees, his head.
So his head was bleeding? And this, oh God.
He promised me he was going to go back to his house and get some bandages and call 911 because we had accidentally left him all in Petco. I swear to God, Quincy's real.
So what happened, baby?
I didn't know they got hurt. I was supposed to call 911. I was supposed to be taking him back and I called 911.
So the guy took him to take him to 911?
I swear to God, his name's gonna keep doing it. That's the guy I was supposed to be meeting again.
The Craigslist guy? And you met him where? Like up in wherever that
Those messages. My actual phone was flash, you guys. I was scared he didn't come back with it.
so keep going. I'm sorry.
I thought if I was like, I'll go back and I'll just go keep searching. And I did. I spent the whole night driving down to find him.
In my truck?
Sure, I'm sorry for these stories. I just didn't want to do because I didn't want you to hate me.
Why would I hate you if it wasn't your fault?
Because I couldn't get to him. And I was bleeding from his hands and knees. It was an accident.
Okay. So to start over. This is really hard to hear, okay? But so you left Petco.
You don't talk to me like that where you're going to go down this road and chastise me and tell
I'm
me.
not. You're telling me the truth now.
Sure, it's all my job. It's the truth.
Okay, and I believe you now, because thank you for telling me the truth. This means the world to me, and where was this at? Like, what exit? You mentioned the exit yesterday. What exit was this at?
It was like 163. I don't know. It's on my phone.
Okay, so if you can reach out to them and then give you your phone, then they could find it, right? Can you think of a landmark? Just like help me find him, babe. Just help me, because I can go search. I can go right now and search.
That's the only reason I asked for immunity because I didn't finish an accident and I wasn't trying to cover up anything. I was trying to figure out why he took him. If I said something like you saw it hurt us in the house or something, I'm not. They would start looking for him.
When the guy,
wanted to try to bike out and he needed help because the bike was too big. And you want to know why I've been gone? Why my car's been in that direction? I've been driving up and down there all the time until they took my car. Driving to do anything I can find, anything. Driving to find this dude. I even called into the police department. They were like, yeah, because he's wanted. If you know where he's at, let me know. So nobody tried to help me. Because before I would do anything, I made him show me his ID. Because I was making sure. It's wanted to get rid of bike today, that's all.
so Tisha, hold on. You went to his house, or where did you meet this guy at? Quincy Brown or whatever. Because if you went to his house, they can
Listen
absolutely.
to me, please.
I'm listening.
I need to tell you.
Okay.
He said to me that he would be off that exit. When I turn off the exit, you can look.
Okay.
I turned off the exit left because I thought that was direction, but he thought I was coming from south, coming from north. So I turned off right and went towards the other direction, and I didn't see anyone with a bike in a store.
Okay. So there was a store.
He said there was a store. I said I didn't see
Oh.
one when I went to the store.
Oh,
So I went the other direction.
I got you.
When I went the other direction, I see him with the bike. And I said, hey, there's the guy with the bike. And I made him show me his ID. And legit, we talked. Some kind of biking. And this was a tour bike. And I got a little nervous because I said, why would he have some tour bike and he's trying to sell it? You know, like, I was asking him questions like, did you not ride anymore? Did you get hurt? You know, like these stories I was asking him. Then I realized I didn't have the phone because I had left it at Petco. So then Gannon was like high-fiving him and talking to him and stuff like that. So I assumed, you know, nice guy. And so he was taking Gannon, just helping him get on the bike to ride it. And was holding on to it just so he could see. And he was like, do you think your daddy will like this bike? Then the next thing you know, whenever they like both slid, he slid with Gannon in the bike. And Gannon like went, like not necessarily tumbling, but sliding down and he hit his head. And I ran over there. I was just trying to help and call 911, but I didn't have my phone. He was like, I live right up here. I'll go take him and we'll go. I'm just still sitting there crying and crying. They gotta see me get off the exit. That's why I've been adamant about you finding this dude.
All right, so so you got off exit 163?
No, if it was whatever county line or some shit like that was
Oh,
called.
that County Line Road or whatever we always take? It was on that road?
No, you had to turn off of that road. I went the wrong way to start with, so I turned right. Because he thought I was coming from the direction I was supposed to turn right.
But this was the exit off 25 that you turned the wrong way or off of County Line Road?
Off of 25, you can get off and go both directions.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to narrow down so I can go look, but so was there anything else besides you said he scraped his knees, he scraped his elbows, he busted his head, and he had the burns on his arms.
Well, there was some bad burns, Albert. The burns were just little bubbles from the fire. That had nothing to do with it. Now maybe it could have like scraped him open some because he already had them, but Gannon was fine. He was talking to me. He wasn't complaining with any kind of pain. I would have took him straight to the doctor if the burns would have had any kind of pain to him.
Okay.
Only reason I didn't ask you for any kind of immunity because I committed some kind of crimes. I just know that it was an accident. All I did was someone was trying to help me, and then I didn't know where he went from there.
What? So, the one I'm worried the most about is the freaking head wound because what was it? How bad was he bleeding?
It's pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
like it was. Tell me bad. Is bad like blood's dripping down his face, or bad like he's laying there and there's a puddle, or what?
Oh, like dripping down his face.
What did you do anything to wrap around his head or anything?
Yes, my clothes I had blood on them.
The clothes you had on?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Like, oh my god, we gotta call 911.
was this on the road or was this at the station? Like where?
Show you to explain where. I don't know my way around Colorado.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out if there's blood on the road. Maybe we could find blood on the road or something. That's all I was saying.
Searching.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I agree. I agree they should find it. So where on his head? Like, was it the side or back of his head? What?
I don't know. I was panicked.
Okay, so you were panicking. So an accident happened and you panicked, right?
I was panicking.
Okay,
I didn't have a phone.
right. And did he have a phone?
He said he would run back to his house. He had Gannon, said he'd run back to his house, wrap it up tight, and he would call 911.
Okay,
Gannon was talking.
okay. So he took Gannon to his house is what he told you, right? And you did you stay where you were? Or did you follow him or what? Babe.
Mr. Allen?
Your Honor, we would just have Mr. Stout come back to the stand.
Mr. Stauch, if you'd resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Judge, I'm not sure if I said it, but that was actually exhibit number 40 that we played, which was that February
Yes,
14th.
Thank you.
Yep. Mr. Stauch, in this particular phone call, you hear the defendant sounding potentially like crying. Did that sound like legitimate crying to you?
It did to me.
You made a comment that you're telling me the truth now. Was that an honest statement to you or from you, or was this you trying to get her to just keep talking?
Yeah, more of a tactic to keep her going.
The as you're talking to the defendant in that particular phone call, was her personality consistent with the way you knew her personality?
Yes, sir.
Did she change it to any different personalities during that phone call?
No, sir.
All right. Is this the first time in this phone call that the defendant gives you any indication that Gannon suffered a head injury?
Yes, this is the first indication of his head injury. Yes, sir.
And then in conjunction with other injuries that she mentioned, and that was burns to her to his arms that bubbled, and then also bleeding from his butt very early on.
Yes, sir.
In that phone call, do you remember when the defendant describes having blood on her clothes and using her clothing to stop the bleeding on Gannon's head?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see anything that corroborated that version of the story, such as any clothes with blood stains on them when you got home from Oklahoma?
I did not. No, sir.
Okay. May I approach with People's Exhibit 49?
You may go ahead.
Mr. Stauch, I'm showing you People's Exhibit. Can you please flip through that and let me know?
Okay, I'm finished.
You recognize what is marked as People's Exhibit 49?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's a book full of text messages between myself and the defendant.
Is the date range for this particular group of text messages basically February 29th through March 1st of 2020? If you look at the timestamps on them?
Yes, it is.
Are those fair and accurate representations of the text messages that she sent, or at least came from her phone and that you responded with?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move for admission of People's Exhibit 49.
Defense, Exhibit 49 will be admitted. Go ahead.
May I approach the witness with People's Exhibit 206?
Yes.
Judge, for the record, as Mr. Stout first, before I start that, flip through that and then let me know when you're done. And Judge, what we're doing with this particular exhibit is just pre-qualification. His portion of these text messages, we'll actually admit this later through a different witness.
Okay.
Do you recognize that item?
Yes, sir.
What do you recognize that as?
It's communications between myself and Harley's phone,
Harley Hunt?
Harley Hunt,
Okay.
between her phone.
And what I'm asking you specifically for your portion of this exhibit, the text messages that came from you or from your phone, do those appear to be fair and accurate representations of your communications?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mayor, may I retrieve that?
Yes.
Mr. Stauch, how much time did you spend with this defendant? Just total time from the start of your relationship until all of this happened?
Like we mentioned yesterday, we started dating in early 2014, so roughly 6 years.
During that time, did you spend a lot of in-person time with her?
Absolutely.
Did that give you an opportunity to observe her mental condition?
Yes, sir.
Besides just, we all have different weird idiosyncrasies. Did you ever see anything that went beyond just our own individual personality traits
No,
in the
sir.
defendant?
No, sir.
Did you ever see an opportunity or have an opportunity to observe the defendant, whether she could understand the difference between right and wrong?
Absolutely.
Can you tell the jury about that?
Obviously, throughout our relationship, I think to some moments immediately preceding January 27th. I mean, she took the kids to, the defendant took the kids on a hike. She made it there safely. Kids made it home safely. Obviously didn't, from my knowledge, didn't get a ticket, so obeyed all of the traffic laws on the way there and the way back. Even that morning of the 27th, we talked about Gannon and the switch, as we've seen with some text messages. Some right and wrong issues there about how we disciplined him with the taking the switch away for whatever his offense was in that moment. And I communicated with the defendant about that punishment specifically and how to manage that. After the events of the 27th, I just think too how much the defendant pressed me about what was right in our relationship, how I should take her side and what was right and wrong and how I was managing that whole piece of it. Something that stands out more than anything is, as the defendant said to me in one of these phone calls, I think one we heard yesterday, that she didn't allow Lena back in the house when Lena got home from school. I don't know any reason why she would have not allowed Lena back in the house other than I don't know. There was something going on that she didn't want Lena to see. If there was nothing going on in that house, why could Lena not have come in the house that day when she got home from school?
Okay, and we're going to get more into that in just
Sure.
a minute, but I appreciate you bringing that up. You lived with her in South Carolina, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you need a cup of water or anything?
I'm okay.
Okay. You lived with the defendant in South Carolina, Colorado, also spent time with her in Alaska.
Yes, sir.
Did the defendant follow the laws in all of those places?
Yes, sir.
You went on trips. You mentioned that yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Who would typically plan the trips?
She would plan and organize just about every trip or vacation we went on, and she was very good at it and was able to get us to, the port on time for cruises, to the terminal on time for plane trips, and organize rental cars. We always get it there and back on time. I mean, always, exactly what we needed to do.
So
time-wise.
she was able to set up an itinerary and then follow the itinerary
Yes, sir.
with no troubles.
Never.
You mentioned, the discipline with the switch, Gannon's gaming system.
Yes, sir.
Was it very typical for her to be engaged with disciplining the kids, both Gannon, Lena, and even Harley if she needed it?
Yes, sir.
Can you give the jury some examples of that beyond just the switch?
Well, that was just our typical source of punishment, was to take away iPad or Switch or our TV time if they didn't follow the rules or didn't do chores as was prescribed to them. She was also had a very, very meticulous about the kids' schedule. Hey, when you get home, this is the right thing to do. You come home, come in the house, have your snack, do your homework, and there was, not rewards necessarily, but repercussions if they didn't follow that prescribed schedule for them on a daily basis.
What about during the time frame so if we're going to narrow the scope of what we're talking about here, Mr. Stauch, the time frame as we get to January 2020, and especially that Saturday night when you left up to DIA, did you ever have any concerns that she was having this crack in her mental health?
No, sir.
What would you have done if you had observed some major crack in her mental health?
I would not have gone on that trip. I did have the flexibility to cancel my training and move it to another time if need be. I would not have left the house and not left the kids there if I had any concerns or she showed signs of a mental crack approaching.
And at any time during your relationship with the defendant, did you ever see her have some major crack in her mental health condition?
No, sir.
Did you know her to have any severe mental illnesses?
No, sir.
I want to ask you what you just got into a little bit ago, and that is in relation to January 27th. Was there a period of time in the afternoon of that day when you were trying to get a hold of the defendant?
Yes, sir.
How were you trying to get a hold of her?
I remember making a phone call or two. I don't remember how many specifically, but that was just not answered.
And also text messages?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get an answer during that window of time from mid-afternoon of the 27th?
I don't remember specifically when. I know at some point in that afternoon, we had a conversation about, I wanted some new headphones, and we talked about what an appropriate price range would be, and where is a good place for me to go look, whether I was on base or at the PX or the Apple store or whatever. So once again, another conversation about what is right, wrong, appropriate. But I don't remember specifically when that happened. I just remember it was that afternoon after I got out of class.
When you look back on it now, does that seem significant to you?
It was as soon as all this started happening, that was a very significant moment.
Does that coincide with your understanding of what you just described, that the defendant would not let Lena in the house after getting home from school? Is that the same time frame?
Is the same. I don't know exactly when that conversation happened. I'd have to see a timestamp on that.
Okay.
But generally in the same time frame, Monday afternoon, January 27th, 2020.
Okay. All right, may I have just a moment?
You may.
So, Mr. Stauch, the last thing I wanted to save for you was, what is your opinion as to the defendant's sanity at the time of this event and just generally speaking?
I believe is and was 100% absolutely sane based on all the things I witnessed and I've laid out. I have no other indication for anything else.
And when you say it that way, are you talking about in the totality of your relationship?
From the time I met her till even today.
Okay. And then very specifically to when you left on January 26th, January 25th, you left the house on that Saturday. What is your opinion as to her sanity on January 25th?
100% sane.
What about January 26th
Same thing, 100% sane.
and January 27th when Gannon went missing?
Sane.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Cross-examination, Mr. Tellini? Sure. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our lunch break early, and then we will come back for cross-examination. So if I can have everyone back in the jury room a little bit before 1 o'clock, we should be able to start on time at 1 o'clock. So again, do not discuss a case among yourselves. Don't discuss a case with anyone else. Don't do any research about any aspect of this case. And with that, we will see you at 1 o'clock. All rise for the jury, please.